Another outburst of public anger in Romania. The European Union member state has been hit by widespread protests against the government over the past few days.
I cannot go on like this anymore. If these protests don't lead somewhere, our nation is lost.
At some points during the demonstrations on Friday, chaotic scenes erupted, leaving hundreds of people injured. The protesters are infuriated by, in their words, deeply entrenched corruption among officials, low wages, and the ruling Social Democrats' attempts to weaken the judicial system and its corruption investigations.
The Social Democratic Party, or the PSD, is regarded by many as a sort of continuation of the old neo-communist establishment, and the list of graft and corruption trials is very long, and it particularly affects the funds granted by the European Union to the Romanian government and local authorities.
Anti-government sentiments are so strong now that they have drawn Romanian expats from other EU countries home to take part in the demonstrations. Public anger against the governing Social Democrats has been building for months. Last month, things got a lot worse when President Klaus Iohannis, under pressure from the PSD government, approved the removal of a high-profile anti-corruption prosecutor. Lara Codruta-Kövesi had been leading corruption probes into officials both at local and national levels. Many described her removal as a measure to shield government officials facing allegations of corruption. Romania is one of the least developed countries in the European Union. Recent legislative initiatives in Romania have either seriously undermined anti-corruption campaigns or risked breaching international standards of fighting corruption. Meanwhile, Transparency International ranks Romania below most other EU nations on its Corruption Perceptions Index. Economic problems in Romania are many, and that's believed to be the reason why up to a quarter of the over 21 million population work abroad, many of them sending back home what they earn.
There are almost 4 million of those who left the country after Romania joined the European Union, and it became possible 10 years ago, and it became possible for them to travel and work in other West European countries without visas and work permits. They regard their necessity to go abroad in search of better living and professional opportunities as a reflection of the thoroughly corrupt local scene.
Economic hardship has apparently made it impossible for Romanians to put up with corrupt politicians and lack of transparency. Romanian protesters on the streets say they want the situation to change. But will their protests have an impact? Will public pressure force the government to agree to more stringent anti-corruption laws? Will the protests persuade the EU to put more pressure on the Romanian government to do more to resolve the situation? The coming weeks and months will probably answer these questions.